Alright, what's up, everybody? This is my first and probably one of my only, if not the only, videos that I'll make for YouTube. I've been a member of YouTube for decades now. Um, I just really haven't had the time nor the want to make a video here. But as a 40-year-old in 2026, and we're going on the middle of the year, um, something had to change. And some things are changing big time. Not only in my life, but I'm also seeing being a part of TikTok and Facebook still. Um, and that's its own separate video that could be a half hour long. Stupid fucking Facebook. I really do want to get a pair of Meta glasses to kind of assist in my documentation of the story that I'm doing. I'm basically doing a biography of my life in TikTok. Been trying to make time to be able to make videos of the experiences, but I struggle with that. I'm not very good at orating my own story. I tend to go off into rants, and people nowadays don't have the ability to pay attention for longer than 15 minutes, and there's a whole theory behind that. I think it was started in 2025 or last year, the 15-minute theory. And me, I've looked into that deeper, and I actually think it's more of a 15-second theory, as everybody's addicted to social media. But I'm going to attempt to do this. I'm going to attempt to make a video, as in what's going on in my life, at least. Where do I begin? Dating, not existent. Over the last couple of years, since I've been single, basically. Yeah, I've been in a couple of relationships since 2023, 2024, but before 2024, all the way back to 2016 and 2017, even before that, I've been in a committed relationship. I don't know, maybe this is just some kind of rite of passage with males, but once you get into your upper 30s, it's like it's game over for relationships. Work, we could talk about work. That's non-existent too. Um, it's been exactly 2 weeks that I haven't been working. I lost a job, and I can make all the excuses that I want. I got fired because I didn't pass my UA. Been a long time THC smoker, or THC user, marijuana smoker, sorry, as well as nicotine. With all the health stuff going on in my life, I mean, I've got a nebulizer that does help a little bit, and a rescue inhaler. Doctors tell me that I have asthma. That does help, but every single night not being able to breathe, it's really taking a toll on my mentality and my psyche. My overall mental health is declining because of it. So I've been trying to go cold turkey from my nicotine and my THC, and I've been failing miserably. And that's what I keep telling myself. That's the reason why I lost my job, because I freaked out. I absolutely freaked out on one of my coworkers. I've since then spoken with my father and a couple of associates and friends that I have, and it always comes back to, you were always one of those types that you just did a little bit too much. Like when you felt like you were being disrespected, you always blew up or took it one step more than what was necessary. And I mean, that's not exactly wrong or incorrect. At least I have the ability to look back at my actions and say, you know what, I was wrong, and take accountability for my own actions. Because at the end of the day, I am the one to blame for where I'm at today. And this isn't a complaint. Like, I've got a decent apartment, it runs a decent vehicle that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Yeah, it does. It's about $75 to $100 to fill up the tank from a quarter tank, but at least it runs and drives. Maybe not the most reliably, but you got to put effort into the things that you care about and the things that get you places. So it's going to cost you a little bit. I just live too simply. I don't care about all this stuff. I mean, yeah, I've got a Chromebook. I've got a Galaxy S24 Ultra, 85-inch flat screen TV right behind me, or right behind you, I should say. I've got a mini bike with a Harbor Freight built 224 on it. It doesn't run, it's in pieces. It's one of my other little hobbies that I don't have the money for nowadays. But I mean, I've got things that are of value and shit, but it's just too expensive to get into things like that nowadays. So I just sit here, and this is why it's come to now. I have the time to be able to make this video, and I hope it doesn't come off as some kind of complaint, because it's not. It's just, I don't know. I'm not going to blame my parents. They did the best that they could to raise me. It was just me, and I could say adoption was a part of the problem too. Like, you know, I was adopted at 1.5. At the end of the day, I'm kind of glad. I'm super glad that I was adopted, because if I wasn't adopted, I know I wouldn't be here. Life would have been totally different. Like, my biological family, and I don't talk bad about people unless they're present and I can see them face to face. I just think that's a respect thing that everybody should have. Gossip, just I don't want to have anything to do with it. But my biological family would have destroyed my life. So there was a purpose behind me getting adopted, or at least that's what I think. Or maybe, you know what? It's like previous coworkers and previous friends and stuff like that want to joke and make fun and say shit like, you know, who would want you anyways? Okay, I mean, I can laugh at shit like that, because let's be truthful and honest. Let's take honest account. We could use some drug counseling slang here, and what is that? The first step, admitting that you have a problem. Like, well, I admit, even my own adoptive parents don't really want too much to do with me. And I guess I'm okay with that, because I've kind of built a life to where I've pushed away everybody. I do like this, where I don't have to worry about taking care of this and taking care of that. I apologize, guys. My Roku TV just went to screensaver or whatever, but let's go back so I can get a better view, right? We could talk about, get my remote, and we can gives a little bit better of things to talk about. Like my vapes. I'm trying to quit my vapes, but here I am. And if you guys know your foggers, you know that you have to keep buying these cartridges or whatever, and they last you for a while, but if you just poke a hole and put your own shit in there, you save quite a bit of money. But that's how desperate I am. I found, going through my stuff, putting away stuff from storage, I found some old, was that the VP VC, PG, or whatever they call that, oils. So I'm trying that. It's a 0 milligram, obviously. So is it helping? No. So every day I go back to square one with the vaping thing. I just honestly don't think that I can quit. It's hard. And then the THC thing. I mean, I live in a state where it's legal, so as long as I have money, I can go pick up a card or some herb. It's just I want to quit that too. I don't want to end up with like stage 4 or stage anything emphysema or COPD, but I'm already thinking that I'm there. So I'm struggling with that. Struggling to keep a job and maintain a job, and that's been something that's been my entire life, is keeping a job. It was just like high school and middle school and elementary school. I'd always get in trouble. Um, so much time in detention and ISS, and then once I barely graduated, and I only graduated because I got sent away. Um, and then I had to do a halfway house in order to get my felony dropped, and I failed on that miserably. So I got a felony shortly after graduation. Anyways, it's a long story. I've been through jails and the whole prison. Been to prison twice. Um, I'm a slow learner. I'll admit it. But the thing is I'm thankful. I am super thankful that I have what I have, because I mean, being a Christian, I don't even consider myself a Christian because I don't go to church. I mean, I read the Bible. I keep that near and dear. The Bible means the world to me, you know? Jesus is the only reason why I'm here and why I have the things that I have. I'm blessed. Like, I have a brand new bed. I mean, yeah, the blankets and stuff like that are old, but the mattresses and even the frame and all that kind of stuff are brand new. A brand new TV, appliances out there. I had to get my own appliances for my apartment. And that's what made my rent so cheap. But um, sorry about that, guys. I guess I'm thankful that I'm blessed, and I'm blessed because I've been through all these scenarios and going through relationships and trying to connect with other people, whether it's in a what do you call them, a romantic relationship, or like this one chick that I'm talking to right now. I used to mess around with many years ago. Now she has a man and married, all that kind of stuff, or married. But still on the low, asking me for like news and shit like that, and talking in a way that you really shouldn't be. But it's little lessons like this. Um, if you really pay attention in your life, if you really pay attention to the things that happen and internalize them, meditate on them, or like I do, I pray on them. Because I know that I fail. I fail at everything that I do. It's only because of his works that I even wake up every day. No, I shouldn't say his works. By my works, that, not even my works. That's not what gets you into heaven. By his grace and his mercy am I here. And I'm able to make a video because, let's face it, I've got money in my bank account. I've got money in the savings account. I don't have people that rely on me, so I can save money, actually, even to this day, and it's the middle of 2026. It's about to be America's 250th birthday. It's, yeah, that's a crock of shit right there. I'm not going to go into politics or American history or world history, because it's all somebody else's story. And just like I've told several other of my romantic partners, and I don't even like using that word, partners, because nothing was ever equal. Nothing was ever equal. And I'll be honest, going back, there's a lot of stuff that I needed from my partner, from my significant other, I should say, my lover. Well, some of the times it wasn't even lover. I never fell in love with the woman that I was engaged with. There's just things that I needed, and there was things that I provided. It wasn't exactly equal, but it's what I could give. And it's just like right now, I don't have very much, but I can give what somebody's asking for. But going back to that friend that I'm talking about, it's like these women, they just, I'm not even going to sit here, just like I was talking about 10 minutes ago, I'm not going to sit here and talk bad. In the relationships that have failed in my life, it's my fault. Totally my fault. I wasn't maintaining. I was being greedy and thinking about myself. And don't think that I'm simping it up right now, because I'm not a bitch. Trust me, I'm not a bitch. We can go back to the way that I lost my last job. Talk about that. Well, this is the part of what I'm supposed to be learning, and just being humble and having humility about shit like this. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I took advantage of a lot of the women that I was in a relationship with in the past, and I didn't give not nearly as much as these women were. This is a part of karma. Karma is real. And just that fucking cessation, that arm movement, the hand movement is all that I need. Like, I can feel it, even though there's zero nicotine in this fluid. Just this. And I don't even like the flavor. It's like some kind of frozen custard. It tastes like marshmallows, and I hate marshmallows. Yuck. But the things that arm movement, maybe I might be able to quit. I'm gonna not keep my, I'm not gonna hold my breath. You know, I probably should. That was a good play on words. But anyways, long story short, I can see why this woman is keeping me in her life. And I'm just gonna, Hansel and Gretel, and give her little breadcrumbs. And she keeps asking me every other day too, like, you come off as cryptic and as if you don't care and stuff like that. And I'm just being this incel that everybody else keeps telling me. I'm just being a good little boy, and I'm respecting your man by fucking not crossing the lines and crossing boundaries, knowing that I could easily pull this female. But is it worth it? I just want to be friendly. Just have somebody to talk to and complain to, because going to Facebook, yeah, there's one or two people that go through my videos and watch my stuff, and they like it, and then they become friends, but they never send any kind of messages or anything like that. Like me, I used to do stuff like that. I used to like creators and content creators stuff, and I'd give them my opinion on what I thought about their videos, and most of the times it was constructive, positive criticism. You never get anything back in return. It's just so sad in life, like, and that's what I've tried to do with my profiles, is make them more interactive. I obviously have time. I care about the people who care about me. If you put a little bit of effort into me, just like I told a potential employer yesterday, because I'm really actually trying to get a good job, or at least a job that will pay for rent and for other essentials so that I can keep going. I'm not trying to run out my back or, get hurt or anything like that, but I'm just trying to have the essentials taken care of. So I am still every other day or every day going out, filling out applications, and talking with potential employers. Um, I still strike it out of the park when it comes to face to face and in person interviews. I can answer any of your questions with ease and back it up with experience. It doesn't matter what the job is. I can excel in it, but it's 2026. They're trying to replace everybody with cheaper alternatives, and then there's AI. So, yeah, it's already at 20 minutes. And a good YouTube video is probably about 30 minutes, but maybe do a little bit of backstory on myself. I've already given you little tidbits. I don't want to be a content creator. I just want to be somebody that people go to, talk to, bounce ideas off of. I don't mind the playful, the playful humor, like, where your forehead ends and you got a damn five head and all this other kind of stuff. Play and joke around. I love it. We're living in a society that is just too soft, and we need public shamings back. There's a lot of things that society needs in return, or we need to return. We need blockbusters. We need actual movies where you can rent instead of this fucking streaming shit. Yeah, I could keep going with all the things, but I just wanted to create a platform. That's why several years ago I opened up my TikTok account. I just don't know why I haven't done Facebook, or not Facebook. I have tried Facebook, and that's an absolute joke. But I don't know why I haven't done YouTube. I mean, my For You page on YouTube keeps on bringing up like Conscious Juice and some of these other creators that are both on TikTok that do the TikTok videos, conspiracies and government stuff. I absolutely love stuff like that. And or watching Osmongold, or what is it, Penguin Zoe, all those types of things. Yeah. I guess I wanted to make a video today on TikTok, but I'm striking out with TikTok. So I was going to attempt to do a YouTube video. Not about dating, not about this, not about that, but about employment and employers. Like, it seems like these employers are real, especially up here in UP, Michigan. I can't talk about the rest of the country. I'm scared to go any place below the Mason-Dixon. It just seems like life is all the way fucked up when you go south of Nebraska, and then east all the way over to New York, or anything past Ohio, and then west, anything past South Dakota, North Dakota. I applied with this place called G&Z Transport in Brighton, Colorado, but hearing all the drought and the high price of living out there, and then too, whatever happened to the was the MS-13 and the Venezuelans and all that kind of shit that were occupying all the apartments? Whatever happened to that, or was that some kind of more of this media propaganda that went out a couple years ago? It's just shit like that to scare people, and I don't know why. Or maybe just I've been sheltered, and I'll admit that too. I've been sheltered a majority of my life, being a Midwesterner. And then the way that my adopted parents raised me, I've been sheltered and under a rock basically my whole life. So forgive me. I do actually know quite a bit that's going on out here in society. It's just, I'll bring this up again. It's like talking to an ex-girlfriend, you know, like, this is you putting up these blinders. You know, you don't want to see certain things, and you want to formulate this life into something that you can actually handle, because everything's about happiness and love and unity, and we're gonna have this one day. We're gonna have this. If people can just come together, we're gonna have this utopia. It's like, no, the fuck, no, we're not. I mean, the Strait of Hormuz got opened up supposedly, and gas prices still haven't fucking changed. So what's the excuse on that? Um, I'm just so tired. I'm burnt out from the politics. Like, I voted for that fucking clown, and now I hate him. Um, just why be a liar and then fucking gas? Oh, don't get me started. Gaslight the fuck out of everybody. Promises made, promises kept, and all this kind of shit, and you're just lying, saying that, gaslighting the shit out of all of us. This guy's a fucking This guy's a fucking liar. His whole administration is a bunch of fucking liars. And the same thing with the other side. The other side's not any better. They're all the same bunch of fucking clowns. They just wear different fucking colors, just like the Crips and the Bloods and shit. They're all the same type of clowns. Fucking idiots shooting each other over fucking things they don't even fucking understand. It's all the Roman Colosseum. That's all it is. I'm giving you bread and water and entertain you with it. Having people fucking killing each other over fucking places to live nowadays. That's another thing. You know, going back on why I created a TikTok account. When I got out of jail for getting accused of, I violated a harassment restraining order because a relationship really wasn't going too well with the woman that I was supposed to marry. We'd been together for almost 7 years. Me knowing me that I'm a committed guy, fucking, it doesn't seem like I'm psycho, but maybe I am. Maybe I am psycho because I actually keep my word. But I guess the only alternative to call it quits with this woman was to get a harassment restraining order. And the thing that violated this restraining order and got me into I lost every fucking thing because of this, was asking my dad, because this has happened before. Me and the person that I violated this protection order to even had a verbal conversation about this and an understanding, because it had happened months before. If anything ever happens, I can just let me get my stuff and I'll be gone. But no, had to turn into this whole big stink where you're going to Crime Victims Crisis Center and all this other kind of stuff, and they actually paid to have cameras put in, but me not being that violent guy, they went into my Facebook, hacked my Facebook. I don't. It's a whole big long fucking story, and I could sit here and tell you all about Freeborn County, Albert Lea, Minnesota, and how corrupt that area of the United States is. I could still name names, and I've still got paperwork that I've been trying to, when I've been going through my stuff, I've been trying to get rid of it, but I don't want to be caught slipping one of these days. I want to have documented proof that Minnesota is fucked. I'll never defend that state. It's so corrupt, and the politicians and the law enforcement, and even there's no. Man, I can't say all law enforcement is corrupt, but it's so hard to believe that, especially if you're from a lot of these states where a lot of the law enforcement, it really is corrupt. The judiciary system too. Um, but yeah, we're going on 30 minutes. I put in a lot of good content. I want to finish this story though real quick. So I asked my dad. I sat down. I was at my wits end. It was fucking January. It wasn't even January yet. It was a couple days after. So December 30th, 2022, 2023. I just asked my dad, please, because I was living in my truck and it was cold outside. Civilly, I couldn't get my own stuff because if there's a harassment restraining order, you can't get your stuff from your property. So I couldn't even ask the sheriffs to go help me guide me, be there in the process to get my stuff. So I had to wait for however long. And being in the truck in negative degree weather, I was gonna die. So I asked my dad to get a hold of her, and I guess because of third party, whatever, that's what violated me. And in the process, my name was taken off the deed. I don't know how this woman got lawyers to do this, but got my name taken off the deed for the title of my home. My cars were taken from me. I think one was actually impounded and then crushed. 2 snowmobiles were taken from me. All the stuff that I'd used for well over a decade, even before I met this woman, clothes, stuff to grow, cannabis, that came up missing. So I only have maybe like 5 or 6 totes of stuff to this very day, and it's been 3 years since then. And the majority of those totes are things that I've accumulated since, especially in this last year or so, because it's taken me a good 2 years to actually get back out on my feet. So these relationships, I've been in 3 relationships that have lasted. One was 9 months, and the shortest one being like a week, a little under a week. Can't even say that I've been on any Tinder dates, because it's either I meet up with you and we hook up, or there's so many bots. There are so many bots, because I don't even think that most women go on these Tinder things. It's either that or they're all so psychotic, so mentally deranged, that these females know that no matter how they look and no matter how busted down they are, you can go on a place like Tinder or any of these dating apps and you know that you're going to bank off of hundreds of guys fucking liking you. And that's absolutely repulsive. Absolutely repulsive. And I think about that every time I get on my Tinder. I'm getting like 60 some messages and shit like that, and 10, 20, 30 matches, and then you actually take the time to match them and you either get ghosted, or the other thing is, man, you just give them the thumbs up, because I'm just so tired. You just give them the thumbs up and then they don't ever talk to you again. Because I'm not going to pay for your shit. I'm just not going to pay for your shit. Dating, you come over to my fucking place and we can do stuff together. Be normal human beings. I'm not going to take you out nowhere, and I'm not going to drive 90 miles to come stay at your fucking place and get bed bugs or fucking herpes. That's another thing. Another one of these Tinder dates, you tell me like halfway into the fucking first date, I'm over at your house and shit, and then that's when you spring it on me like, oh, I just want to be a good person about this, and I want to let you know that I have herpes, and I'm taking all this and all that, so I'm not contagious. Like, barf in my mouth. Oh, and then you think that you are in the right to be able to fucking block me because I oh, I don't get it. Like, you can call me all types of names, especially this other chick that I saw was dating for a little while in fucking Superior. Like, Superior, Wisconsin. If you know this area, you know what I'm talking about. Like, everybody. It's not just the females. It's everybody out there in that and it might be a fucking Wisconsin thing too, and UP Michigan, but y'all are fucking weird. You need to slow down, go back home, and fucking just mind your own fucking business. Because every single last person that I've met out here, you guys are fucking weird. And I thought I was weird, so I stayed by myself so that I could leave you guys alone and spare you guys, but really spare the fuck me. We can bring back the 90s right here. Spare me one. Fucking yuck mouth ass motherfuckers out here. I mean, I don't have the best teeth, and I'm still working on getting braces and fucking. But holy fuck, the shit that y'all talk about out here. You know, this isn't fucking 1950s America. This isn't a fucking KKK clan. Fucking all the white people up here are fucking seriously either mentally retarded or you guys are just stuck back in fucking racism America. Like, I'm colorblind. I don't see that kind of. Shut the fuck up. Seriously. Oh, man. And I'm not even black. Like, I'm not native. I'm not none of those kinds of things. I'm not Middle Eastern. I'm not none of that. I'm fucking American. I'm just multiracial. So just, wow. Just the quality of people's personality today is deplorable. That's all I can say. It's very few and far in between the quality of people that I've met over the last 10 years of my life. In Minnesota, it's just as bad. It's just a little bit different out there. Um, I don't know how to talk about that. I don't know what to say about any of that. Again, I'm not here to talk bad about anybody. I'm not here to gossip about any of that kind of shit. It's just all I can give you guys is my reality, my truths, and my facts, which it's just an opinion. It's like everybody, and fucking everybody's got an asshole, and everybody's got an opinion. Um, but yeah, I can make excuses and be like, oh, I'm gonna move out of here and move from this area, and things will get better. But I've moved from different areas, and things actually just get fucking worse. Um, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck everybody else does because I'm seeing a lot of these movies. People, women crying like, "What am I supposed to do? I can't afford to do it. I can't take care of my kids, and everything just keeps on going up." And yeah, I can afford to still spend money and all that because I'm a fucking prostitute. But like fucking, what do you men do? I mean, yeah, I get it. Fucking, there's programs that support stuff, who support people that are in homelessness and seeing hard times and stuff like that. Um, for the people who say that, seriously, what kind of medications do you take? Because this shit isn't real. There are no programs out here to help people. Like, that's another thing I'm so fucking tired of. People that are well off and don't have to worry about shit. Like, go to fucking Epstein Island and just go have a fucking pina colada and keep your opinion to your fucking self. Because everybody else out here is fucking struggling. Even the people that are out here with Facebooks and these TikToks and showing off that they're having that kind of life, it's all fucking lies. I'm telling you, y'all want to see this. Y'all want to be that fucking horse. Have that fucking carrot over your head. Fuck, I don't know how y'all live like that. It's all fucking lies. And just like my ex told me, I was so fucking high. I was so high. We just got into an argument. This was the last time that we really even talked. And I could have changed it. I could have changed the tone. I could be in a relationship at that house with this woman still to this day, but my mouth, my actions, the way that I think about things is what gets me in trouble. Um, she said to me, "You can lie to me all you want, but you're really only lying to yourself. So really, lie to yourself all you want. I don't care anymore." I popped off and I slammed back with, fucking all the typical shit. I didn't get physical or anything like that, but my mouth, man, some of those checks landed. And I regret them. The things that I've said to other people, I am more than ashamed of. I've burnt so many bridges from the shit that I've said. Not just the things that I've done to other people, but shit that I've said. You just know too much about people and fucking having an anger problem. I can't hold my shit in, so I fucking, when shit doesn't go my way, I let the motherfucker have it. And the ammunition doesn't just stop, because I've been holding on to it for months, weeks, years, however long. Because I was raised where I was neglected, and if you pipe up, you usually got consequences. So I held on to all this stuff. So forgive me. This is just the way that I was raised. So if you want to blame somebody for creating a fucking monster, blame my parents. I'm just trying my best. And by making a video like this, it just kind of, I'm hoping that it goes to show what my character is like, the content of my character. Hopefully it shows you that I've come from a pretty bad situation, and I've made a pretty good situation out of it, making some pretty sweet lemonade. But we're going on 45 minutes. I'm trying, y'all. I know this shit's boring, but if you really pay attention, I'm trying. I'm really trying. You go over to TikTok, look at my profile, Zechariah, aka Nick McPherson. You'll see that I've changed. And for all those that do know who I am, my friends on Facebook and on TikTok and in real life, which I only have like 3 or 4, you know that I've changed. But it's already too late though. Like, what was all this change for? What was all that hard work I'm gonna go for and go towards? I can't look towards, retirement, 401k and all that kind of stuff. Oh, that's a joke. You got Elon and fucking Peter Thiel burning up all that without our permission or expressed okays to any of that kind of shit. But I kind of knew that all that kind of stuff was going to be burnt up before I even had to worry about it. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about really anything. Rent for the next couple months taken care of. I know I'll land some kind of minimum wage job that'll pay for the next couple months so that I can stay here throughout the winter, and a better job will come. I just have to learn patience, and I guess that's the basis of this video. Is everything is just needed so right now, I gotta have it. And even me, I'm the same way, but I guess that's the basis of this video today is patience, 45 minutes. I thank you for the ones that actually took the time to listen to this video, because it took a lot of effort from me. There's plenty of other things that I could be doing right now, but all I want to do is be able to communicate with other like-minded individuals like myself. So this is the little that I do have, and I'm sharing it with y'all. So take it or leave it. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff, and help me get my TikTok, get this page up and running, so I can figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So I'm not going to be a influencer. But anyways, peace out. Like, share, and subscribe. All right? Peace out.